I thought I wouldn't make this, but I'm going to, because a lot of you freshmen out there are very scared about high school, and I'm going to prove you guys wrong that it is not as bad as you think it is. Hi, for those who don't know me, my name is Jared Parator, and I go to Canajoharie, New York for my senior year of high school. And in this video, I'm going to direct my attention to the freshmen of class of 2021. Hello, freshmen. My name is Jared. I've just said that. Wow, I'm bad. Anyway, I'm here to tell you guys a few tips I have for the freshmen who are super scared about going to high school, and I'm going to tell you guys why I think you shouldn't be so scared about it. So I'm going to give you guys 10 tips of how to survive your freshman year. It's not even how to survive it, it's just how to be yourself, you know what I mean? So let's get to it. Number 1, please be organized and be prepared. I'm also reading off a script. As a freshman, I was not prepared. If you guys, the class of 2017, you know me as the guy who walks across the class that opens his book bag and a pile of papers come popping out. Like, you know me as the guy who is terribly unorganized. However, senior year has brightened me up, and I realized that in college, you need to be organized. You have to do it. It's pretty simple. If you have your work, you're going to put it in a folder, and you're going to keep it there. You don't pick your papers out. Don't be like me and get the homework and slip it in your bag. When you get home, you can take it out. Don't do that, because if you're like me, you're not going to put it back after class. You're not going to put it back. You're just going to keep it in your book bag, and as days goes on, and there's kids in my class who also do this, the papers keep piling up, and they don't stop. Also, for being prepared, make sure you always have your homework on you. You don't want your teachers yelling at you, making a bad first impression on the first few weeks of school because you didn't do your homework. I know for a fact there's a few classes already that are just like, okay, all your homework is to sign one paper and bring it home. And if you don't do that, trust me, it puts a bad look on you. You don't want that. Trust me, I had a teacher last year, my junior year, and I skipped a study hall, and I made a terrible first impression on one of my teachers, and it basically hurt me for the long run. Tip number 2, if you're wondering what you need for the first day, let me tell you what you need. Nothing. If you go to Canajoharie, because we have a field day thing where all we do is just play games and get to know each other, get to know the teachers, get to know the principal, everybody, not the staff, of course. The staff, yeah. I mean, like, the Board of Education. You don't mean that. You don't meet them. But you do meet your teachers, you meet the principal, you meet everyone. I think the superintendent, I think you meet that person too. But you meet everyone you need to. You meet the seniors, you meet the juniors, you meet the sophomores, you meet everyone, and it's all pretty cool. I found it really nice as a junior doing this, because I got to talk more to the freshmen that were coming up. Also, I did this as a sophomore, and let me tell you, it was a lot nicer to get more connected to the seniors, because I was never really connected to the seniors as a sophomore. We'll get to that part later. I didn't really answer the question 100%. After that first day, you're going to need probably a binder or a folder for every class you have. So that includes English, math, social studies, and English. So make sure you have a folder or a binder for all 4. However, make sure, at least try. Anyway, if you're in an English course, even in an advanced one, I recommend you get a binder and 2 notebooks. You're going to want one, trust me. Also, I know I said to bring nothing, but bring another notebook for math. You're going to be writing a lot of notes, more than you think you do, especially if you're going to pay attention in that math course. You're going to want to write a lot of notes. Around week 1 or 2, you will be specifically told what you need for every class. So don't be afraid about that. Don't even be worried about what you need for class. Worry around the first 2 weeks of school, and then you can prepare for them. All right, so for tip number 3, this is a kind of weird tip, but you gotta be social as a freshman. And when I mean social, I mean don't be social with only the seniors and freshmen. Make sure you are social with the 10th and 11th graders. Only reason I say that is because if you're friends with a senior, yeah, you can be dating a senior, you can be friends with a senior, but they're gonna leave, and after that, you're gonna have probably nada. By having 10th and 11th grade friends, you not only improve your social status, but you're gonna be helping yourself educationally, because especially for the 10th graders, some 10th graders are gonna be in the freshman courses if you are in advanced placement. This is very important for the people in New York, when you are taking your Regents exams. You want someone who's going to help you. Hey, look at the 10th graders. Also, sorry if my camera's shaking because my camera is on like a box, which is also on a glass, and it's like tilting. And it's like boop, 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 and it's just gonna fall off, and if it does, I'm gonna keep it on recording. Don't even worry if you're antisocial. As a freshman and sophomore, I was terrified of every upperclassman. Of course, my best friend was a grade above me, so I've had him by my side for 3 years. But if you're not in that kind of perspective like I was, you're gonna want to find that friend who is gonna be there for you, who is an upperclassman who has been in high school. He knows what to do, he will not get you in trouble, and make sure that friend makes good choices. Also, by being social, I mean also to join clubs. You might be wondering, why would I join a club? I hate being social. However, colleges like seeing you in clubs. They like to see you in other activities besides school, meaning sports. Obviously, my look, I don't do sports. However, I'm in multiple clubs, and I find it super fun to talk to people. Also, and if you're not in the advanced placement courses like me, I was in that area where it's like 10 people who aren't in like advanced placement. It's those people who get like 80s and 85s. That's where I am. I was never in advanced courses. I was never that smart. But if you are like me, don't worry, you will still find friends. Just make sure you are social and try joining clubs. And by joining clubs, you can also maybe, just maybe, get a taste of what you want to do in your future. Trust me, I was in a group called CSI for 3 years, and I'm going into my 4th year. And I learned how to be a video editor. I learned how to be professional with teachers because we have a contract we have to sign for high school credit. You learn how to be an adult because you have to be responsible for that credit. You gotta sign a contract. You gotta do something for that final year. You gotta do something that you're gonna be graded for. So make sure you at least go to one club. Try to get social, and it'll look good on a resume. And also, don't be afraid of not liking that club. You have 4 years of high school to decide whether you like it or not. And if you don't, you can always quit it the next year, or you could quit it a week into school. Just at least try it. At least try something new, and at least try making a good bond or friendship. Tip number 4, please, I am praying right now. Do your own work. Trust me. I'm going to be perfectly honest. Sometimes in my life at high school, I didn't do my own work. And yeah, it killed me. Because when the Regents came up, I literally was scared. I didn't do my work. I was not ready for a test, which means I had to study harder and harder. I had to review. I had to go to review classes. I had to go for extra help, and I did that, and that's why I passed all of my Regences. Maybe barely, but at least I tried. And that's why I'm telling the freshmen right now to pay attention in class and do your homework, because you do not want to copy off homework. It's going to kill you in the long run. In junior year, I tried my best not to ask for help from friends, because I know my friends would just give me the homework answers, and technically, I wanted it, but I know I didn't, because when I go to college, you can't do that. It's cheating. You'll get kicked out. You're going to be putting $20,000 into college, and you're going to get kicked out because you don't do your work. And it all starts from high school and onward. For me, in 8th grade, 6th and 7th, I did not pay attention. I'm going to be perfectly honest, I didn't start paying attention until 8th grade when I had my math teacher, Mrs. Stoller. Mrs. Stoller was a little bit different than every other teacher because she was strict and she had a weird style of teaching where if you're not paying attention, she will yell at you. And what? That inspired me because, hey, she's yelling at me to learn. She wants me to learn. I may not be special to her, but hey, I'm going to at least try my best, and I did. And that's why I got an 80 in that math class. And that's why I recommend to you that you pay attention from whatever grade you're watching this onward, because it's only going to help you in the long run. This goes to a little tip for the upperclassmen too. Sometimes in life, we don't like seeing you put on Facebook how much you hate summer school. If you hate it so much, I think a good tip would be to, I don't know, do your work. At least do your homework, because matter of fact, some of my math courses, 50 to 70% of your math grade is your homework. So you better do it. Speaking on the future, tip number 5, get ready to think about your future. I know you don't want to do it, but you gotta do it. And I'm only saying that now because there will be classes available for you to take, and ones that you may be thinking, video game design? Speech and debate? Technology 101? Something random? I ran out of ideas. But either way, if you see a course that you think would be cool, try it. And if you do good, then that could be something you could pursue in your future. Happen to be with CSI. Hell, I love doing everything technology. I have my own microphone right here I purchased with my own money. In fact, I'm using the camera right here I'm pointing to. These are all the equipment that I basically bought. Except for the camera, that's the school's. Anyway, I had the laptop I bought. I have my own YouTube channel where I record myself playing video games. I am a nerd. I am a nerd die-hard. I like so many things that people would mock before. However, as a senior, you gotta remember also, it's also not like tip 6, but I'm not going there yet, is to be yourself. Tip number, I just hit myself in the freaking face. Tip number 6, be yourself. I didn't learn this until last year, but being yourself really works in the long run. I'm gonna tell you who I am as a person, and you can mock me for it, but in the long run, I am myself, and I'm proud of who I am. My name is Jared. I am a computer nerd. I am a video game nerd, and also I go on Netflix and binge watch anime. For those who don't know what anime is, it is Japanese animation, which is dubbed to English sometimes. I record video games on YouTube, and I upload them. I get no views, but at least I try. I have a group channel with my 2 best friends, and we have the most fun time of our lives, and we're being ourselves. And yeah, we don't get views, yeah, we're not popular, but people enjoy watching us when we do make videos. Some of the school knows about our YouTube channel, but those who don't, I really recommend that you watch it. It gives you a taste of what it means to be yourself. I know what I am, and I'm proud of it. I don't care what people have to say. They judge me, screw them. Speaking of screwing your friends, speaking of not caring what your friends say, prepare to lose friends in high school. I know, this is the most downer tip I have. I'm preparing you mentally and emotionally for losing friends in high school. At times in your life, you're going to be thinking, oh, I have the best friends in the world. I walked in high school with like 20 friends of my class. Now I could probably count the friends I have in my high school class with 5 fingers. I lost them all. And not just because I wanted to, it's because I was given the opportunity that something about them or some kind of event happened where I don't want to hang out with them anymore. You're going to find out. True colors will show in high school. Because I'm going to be honest, in high school, there is things that go on. I'm not going to say drinking because that's illegal, first of all. But if it does happen, true colors will show. And in the end, you will find out who your real friends are. Which also comes to toxic friends. And that's a reason why you might lose a lot of people. You might think, oh, my 8th grade best friend Chelsea is the best freaking friend I've ever had. You also might lose friends because some friends might be tempting to do other stuff with others. And if you know what I'm saying, you know. Friends will test out stuff and they're going to hang out with people who do it. So get ready to lose them because they're going to spend time doing that and not spending time with you. I'm being brutally honest to all freshmen because it's going to happen. And it happens all the time. It's perfectly normal as long as you stay focused, do your work, and be yourself, you're going to be fine. Another tip, prepare to make mistakes. It's going to happen all the time. You're going to fail your test. You're going to fail a lot of tests. Not a lot, because I'm hoping that some of you are educationally smart. But if you're like me, you're going to fail some tests, and it's going to suck. What you're going to do is that you're going to go to your teacher, and you're going to say, what can I do to help make myself better? And they're going to be brutally honest. Depending on your teacher, of course. Some will be straight up honest, some will be like giving you little tips and hints. But, you know, you have to at least try. Not educationally, but you're gonna make mistakes that are gonna hurt your heart emotionally. Whether it be losing a friend for a stupid mistake you did, and that goes to losing toxic friends. But sometimes you lose the wrong friend. Sometimes you lose a friend that's always been there for you. And if that does happen, I recommend you apologize 100%. Because if you had a friend that you mutually respected and for some reason they stopped talking to you, you have to apologize right away. It's what you do. It may take weeks, maybe months, or even a year for your friends to accept an apology that left them heartbroken. But you don't want to waste your life thinking what could have been. There have been things in my life I have done to help myself, things that I wouldn't think I would have done. Of course, a lot of those things are personal to me, but there's events that my friends know about that happened to me, and I had to take a chance to try it. And whether it did work or it didn't, and I just fell flat on my ass, I at least tried. Very important tip. I think this is number 8. This goes to all the freshmen in New York State. I'm gonna yell, so if you have headphones, turn it down. Don't be scared of the regents. All right, here we go. Listen here. As long as you listen, as long as you pay attention, as long as you at least do your homework and talk to your teachers if you need extra help, you will survive freshman year. Remember, I said freshman year. If you are a freshman not taking advanced courses, you'll be taking Algebra 1, which Algebra 1's Regents is basically 8th grade. It's 8th grade math. It's preparing you for 10th grade and 11th grade math, which are totally different subjects. We'll get to another video. Algebra 1 is not hard. However, Common Core can be hard. I understand if you fail it. Common Core is a poop head, and I hate you. Sorry, Kirk. Another Regent you'll be taking as a freshman, which should only be the Earth Science Regents, unless you're in advanced courses, which I'll get to that in a second. Earth Science isn't hard either, and it's actually really hard to fail both Regents. You have to get at least like 60% wrong on both. So if you do get 60% wrong, that might show you that maybe you weren't paying attention, not trying your hardest. So in conclusion for that little tip, as long as you pay attention, as long as you write notes, as long as you basically do what you need to do, you'll be fine for those Regents. And you might have to study. Everyone studies, and that's how you succeed. If you succeed and if you're doing well, you'll get 90 easily. It's just the way it works, and you'll be fine. The last few ones have been directed toward my school, but these ones are kind of gonna be toward myself and toward other teachers as well. Number 9, don't be afraid of teachers. I'm gonna point one out right now, and no hard feelings. Do not be afraid of Mr. Carey. I'm gonna say that right there. Mr. Carey is a teacher with a different personality. When I mean personality, I mean that he's gonna yell at you, and when he yells at you, don't be afraid. Please don't. He means it in the lovingness. Wow, that's a word. Anyway, no matter how strict teachers may be to you, no matter about how much they think they hate you, they don't. And don't go on Facebook complaining how much you hate life, because teachers don't like you. They love you. Actually, they're being paid to help you. And the worse you do, the better chance they have of getting fired. So, in all, they're trying to help you the best they can, and it's just you who's being stubborn enough not to go in for extra help. I hate to be brutally honest, but I have to be. Okay, so for now, I'm going to be reading a few things on what people on Facebook have been saying about freshman year, and I'm going to tell you things I kind of disagree with and kind of agree with. So I'm going to put on some pictures right now. I'm going to pick over at this arrow over here, a couple of pictures, and I'm going to comment about them as we go. So I'm going to put pictures right. Don't walk into high school thinking that you are the best around, because you are not. If something is going wrong in your life, you're being bullied, you're being picked on social media, we're gonna have so many talks about that in high school. It's gonna happen. But social media is so important that you do not talk crap about people. It's gonna hurt. It will hurt people because, first of all, talking trash on social media, it's hard because when people type, they don't use exclamation points or commas or quotations or anything, so you don't really know how their sense of talking is. So I can put in a word like I hate you with no exclamation, nothing at all, and someone could be like, oh, sarcastic, I hate you. But in reality, they want to shove a knife up your butt. Okay, that was a little harsh. Other things they're saying, things like don't do drugs and all that kind of stuff in the bathroom, and don't be stupid. However, I'm not going to say do it. I'm just going to say people who actually care about this video that I'm making aren't going to do it. They just won't. People who are smart and educationally correct will in fact follow the rules of high school. It's a thing where I told the principal this, and no matter what rules you might change, people will always find a way around it. For example, 2 years ago we had 12 blocks in our class, and she changed it to 10, and we had a study hall at the last block every single day, so kids wouldn't leave the school. Kids still found a way to exit the school. Heck, there were classes that went to a little town close to us, and from right there you leave. And you're leaving 20 minutes before school ends, and that's not a good thing. They're trying to change it up again where that study hall is in the middle of the day, so no matter what, you can't leave school. I'm not gonna give obvious tips like don't start a fight, but that's really all I have to say for the obvious facts, because people who care, as I said before, they aren't gonna do anything bad. They're just gonna be there and be themselves and do whatever, right? There's a picture I'm gonna show you, and I hate what it says. I'm not even gonna block it out because how much I hate it. It's something I see on iFunny all the time. I'm gonna put the picture right here, right here. I can't really do that kind of magic, but editing I can. I'm actually gonna look this way because I gotta read it off. Always bring your earphones and charger. Don't. That's a bad idea. Either you think you're cool and you're gonna want to bring that for music. Don't do that. You're gonna want to actually use your study halls to work on your homework. You're really gonna want to, because you want that free time to do things out of school. Don't send nudes. It's obvious. That one's actually pretty good. People will send nudes no matter what you tell them. Sadly, so that's just how the world works, because relationships are gonna happen. True love will happen. True love. Ha 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 ha. The last one to win. The last one to get pregnant wins. I can't say anything about that because there are people that I know who are pregnant and had a baby, and I'm still kind of friends. I'm not really, well, I am acquaintances with them, but I'm not close with them. People I do know that are pregnant. Will they be going to college? Some don't, some will. And people who do, I'm going to applaud you for going to college because that's the right decision. You don't want a minimum wage job the rest of your life. Upperclassmen never go over just to chill. Unless they're actually a caring person. The person who made this is probably really salty about something that happened. Couldn't explain why. Maybe because they go after the quarterback senior. Yeah. Ooh, the next one's actually right. Don't expect to walk out with the same people. You won't. You'll have like 10 friends. Wait, going back to that, you will make friends. You're not going to lose them all. You're going to lose a lot. Right, you're going to lose a lot of friends, but you're going to gain them all back. Actually, I have more friends in this year's sophomore class than I do people in my own class. I'm more friends with them because I connect more with them because of what we have in common. That senior doesn't love you. I'm a senior. I'm not going to be hypocritical, but sometimes true love is a thing, but a lot of the time, I'm going to be honest, a lot of the time, relationships don't last out of high school. Some do and some don't. That's all I'm gonna say. Popularity isn't important. That's true. Make sure you do good in school. The next one's pretty much true, kind of. Don't be late at all. Don't miss school. It's a bad thing. The last one, hallelujah. Praise the Lord. Get in clubs. I said it before. I'll say it again. I didn't even copy from anybody. Get in clubs. Do good. Make friends. Enjoy your 4 years of high school because it's gonna go super fast. My 4 years went so quick. I sound like I'm still a freshman because of my voice, but yeah. But yeah, you're gonna enjoy your high school. You're gonna love it. Trust me. If you don't, you can tell me how bad it is by putting it in the comments below, or liking, or subscribing, or however this video turned out to be. It'll be on Facebook. It'll also be on YouTube. Might go on Twitter and maybe Instagram. I don't really use Instagram that much, but if I do, I have an account, so I might put it on there. I'll put it on everything I have in Vine, which I don't use Vine, please. Okay, so hope you guys enjoyed this video, and if anyone from the school board is watching, share this, because I think it's important for a lot of freshmen to know what goes on with our school, and I think it's important to encourage people to learn. It's so important. Don't make the mistakes that I did. Going into my senior year, I'm gonna try my best. I'm gonna aim for those high 90s. I'm gonna aim for the 90s. Because I've never actually been an honor roll student. I've always been an honorable mention. I've always been the 85 kid. I've always been the medium. But maybe for once, I can actually be on the honor roll this year, and I'm gonna aim for that. And if you do see that, then that proves something. If not, then I'm sorry I ruined all your dreams, everybody who's watching this. Yeah. Anyway, I'm gonna make a new video later in the month, maybe next month. I don't know. It'll be for sophomores, and it'll be awesome, and it'll be pretty cool. Sophomore advice is coming up soon, and it won't be as terrible as this one was. Anyway, hope you enjoyed this video. Anyway, thank you for watching. Anyway, I will see you all next time. Alright, so there's going to be some quality change to this little segment quick because I don't have my microphone with me to record it, my voice, should I say. So I'm just going to be quick here and give a few more tips out. Some that I forgot to mention, I showed some to my friends and they gave me some more tips. Number one, I'm going to show you something, and I want all the freshmen and sophomores to understand what I'm saying. Okay, we're going to look at this video quick. I'm going to show you guys something here. So, we're going to watch these cars drive across the road. And do you realize something? Realize how one set of cars is on the right side, and they was just an ad for chicken on the bottom, and how the other cars over there are walking that way? Notice how there is a individual path for cars. Now, let's pretend these cars are students. Typically, let's pretend the hallway is like split into two. So this is the hallway. This side is for one side or one lane of the hallway, and this side is the other lane for the other kids. Now, let's pretend that this car has a class that is downstairs and across the school. This car can't make it to class on time if cars in this lane are driving toward it. You understand what I'm saying? I mean, now, if you are walking across the school, try to follow just like you were following traffic laws in a car. So, stay in one lane. Stay on the right side of the hallway at all times.